Yeah.
There's this quote from a popular musician. It says, sometimes I wish I could go back to the past, not to change anything, but just to feel certain things twice.
Yeah.
So do you have a memory or an experience that you've had in the past that you just want to travel back, just to feel it, not to change anything, just to feel it again, just to experience it again?
Yeah, there's a period ndakatanga kugwana kugadzira music. I would trade anything to go back there because I felt, because then for me kuti ndizonzwisisa kuti I needed to change myself for better. It was the music, because like I said, I'd never really had friends growing up, and so music was the only thing that I could use. So the moment ndakaona ndakwanisa kucontrola machine uyundeka kuti ndizigadzira, I no longer need to call someone or to go studio no record. Bro, that was a relief. I would trade anything to go back there. Trust me, anything.
Interesting. You know, personally, I value musicians. You know, I'm going to be telling a lot of stories because, you know, so just last night,
yeah.
You know, I had finished my day, so I went to a restaurant, a local restaurant. I'm not going to mention the restaurant, but there were musicians that were prepping. You know, they wanted to do a live performance. So I was just sitting there on a chair, and I was just hearing them rehearse. You know,
so
and
beautiful,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know, the future that we're going into, you know, 50 years from now, we could live in a world full of artificial intelligence,
yeah.
You know, robots, you know, stuff like that. So I feel like you guys as musicians have a huge social responsibility because you guys are able to tap into emotions and, you know, and make us feel things because sometimes that's important, you know, just to feel heard.
So then my question is, if you feel something listening to the music, imagine the person who did that song. One. So for us, it's a very precious moment. Making music is very beautiful, bro. I won't lie.
What's the process like for you?
For me, back in the day, I used to take time to write, to reflect, because like I said, nothing happens to taura, and I don't know what taura. That's the other thing. Nothing happens to taura. So ndainyora pasi, and ndaifila pasi, ndaifila. Then at the end of the day, ndaiona kuti hakuna kwazviri kuenda, bhuku racho raizongopera nekunyora ndorichengeta. So why did I turn this to art? Then pandatanga kuita izvo zvekunyora ndichizoenda kurekoda chinyora ndichizoenda. Then when I got my own studio, I stopped writing. So it's just how I'm feeling to the mic, Even right now, we can even go to the studio and start recording. Just from there and there, producer and go to a beat, we can move. That's how I've put my time into the music. Because I got to a point where I needed a pen and paper to a point where I no longer need a pen and paper to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like 75% of my time, that's what I'm doing. If I'm not with my friends, 75% of my time I'm in the studio. So
yeah, I applaud the passion. Okay, so at the end of the day, you need to make a living out of what you're doing.
Yeah.
As an artist, the goal is to reach, you know, that climax, that peak, you know, that optimal position, right? So let's say there's an angel investor watching here who wants to support, you know, people like you. Which areas do you think could help you get to that level that you want? We're talking about national recognition, global recognition. What tools and systems do you think we need for artists to, like you specifically, to reach that level of maximum reach? Because, you know, sorry to disturb you, but, you know, you could have talent, but sometimes it's challenging to get your voice, you know, to reach someone in Bedbridge, someone in Gwanda or something like that. But, you know, you could have fans there, people who might recognize your voice. So, yeah.
And I feel like what we need, for me, let me talk for me example, because For me, at a point until I feel like what I'm lacking, Chet, is just the marketing. I think I need to step up my game for marketing. If there is anyone who knows they're good at that, if I work with them, I promise we won't spend 5 months at the same position. Because sometimes it's just like marketing demands a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, and isusu semaketo is, like I said, we are still small and going up, so we can't be, sometimes so afford kuzobhadhara kuti tikwanise kuzviisa zvinhu zvedu ipapo so that people can see. But with nenyaya yekuti with the we are not putting money on any pushing yatiri kuita, and we are still gaining new numbers on a daily. That shows kuti if we get the proper marketing or the proper pushing yazvinhu zvedu, we won't take time to go.
Okay, I just want to challenge you a little bit. You know, earlier you mentioned that, you know, if you go to, you know, the ghetto, you find people who have a vision or a dream, but they always, you know, look for an excuse. When it comes to marketing, because, you know, we live in a world of social media and stuff like that, what you mentioned about marketing, isn't that sort of like an excuse? Yeah.
So let me put it this way.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is an excuse, but we are doing something about it.
Okay.
We are doing something about it. We are finding ways to we are for me, let me tell you this, for example. I'm studying Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, DistroKid in general, and Facebook right now. I really want to know how the algorithms work, so that I know when I'm shooting my content or when I'm pushing my song or when I'm pushing my work, I use this hashtag, I use this caption. As I posted this time of hour of the day, I post, because you know, that's what I came to realize. Iwewe ukaposta mnaposta na 11 maxini mna ningaposta na 5 maskat, you get, after an hour you get different numbers, you get it. So it's things that we are taking time to learn with my crew. By end of this year, take up a position, because for me the good thing is to make sure kuti pamunokutanga zuva mune challenge, inogona kusapera challenge, but panopera zuva ranhasi ngatinge tesisiri pa same position itatiri patamuka. Excuse me. Saka unozotoona kuti yeah, it is an excuse. I won't run away from that, but we are working on it, because we can't afford machine. So try that no afford this. Can we penetrate with this?
Yeah. I was just trying to provoke you. I think that it is valid. Yeah, you need money to market, but also, you know, just to challenge you, you also have to look for, you know, other alternatives like what you're doing.
Yeah.